Welcome, everybody. If you listen to the first part of this for the update show, this is explaining exactly why I haven't been on here for a while. And to be honest with you, I really didn't have a huge excuse, but I had a lot of life issues going on and a lot of things. And when I come on here and I talk to you guys, I want to be honest. And I want to open up to you guys, especially on this show. I give my opinions, and I feel like I couldn't do that for over a year. So I disappeared. I was still working on poetry. I didn't work on beats at all for that whole year. I just recently, which one of them you heard at the beginning, and the full song is on my music thing. It's A Party for Two at Midnight. And I also put out another song too recently, another beat too recently. And I'm actually working on lyrics for them. So I guess it's progress. And I know, it's been a while. You guys are probably wondering, why am I even on here now if I haven't tried to post in over a year? But the reason why is because I've been so stressed and so to the point where I can't take it anymore that I needed to post. I needed to add this. And hopefully whoever's listening, you don't get offended with this show. This is my opinions, my views about my life. And if you don't like it, then just simply click off. You don't have to put anything mean or offensive in there. But with that being said, one of the reasons why I haven't been on here for a year is because around a week after I posted my last post last year, I found out I was pregnant. And I had mixed feelings at first. Part of me wanted to be happy because I wanted to have another baby before I turned 30, which, yes, now I'm 30. And a part of me was like, I wanted to be married. I figured when I had another baby, it'd be with the person who I thought I was meant to spend the rest of my life with. And that didn't work out. But he's there for his son. And that's what matters at the end of the day. But during that time also, I was sick. I was dealing with a lot. This pregnancy was a lot different than when I was pregnant with my daughter. And then I was also dealing with a lot of stress because of having issues with my family and work and things like that, because I took on a position of being a manager, and this is my first time really managing and being a manager over people. I'm used to just chilling and being in the background, pretty much getting my job done and going home. And I couldn't do that no more. I had to lead people, and it's as crazy as it sounds, it's kind of scary sometimes, because it's like they expect you to know all the answers. They expect you to know what you're doing, and there's times you honestly don't fucking know what you're doing. And hold on one moment. Okay. And first of all, I know I went off the topic, but this is another reason why. And this might seem, it's going to be kind of sporadic, kind of going off of a topic and going right back into that topic. So bear with me. But it's been a minute. So with work and all that getting to me, I kind of backed away. And then with me being pregnant and dealing with stress from work, I ended up having writer's block for a good amount of the year. And then when I have writer's block, most of the time, I end up wanting to write about one bad event in my life. And at that time, it was what was going on between. It was what was going on between me and my son's father. And then I was having nightmares too to top it off. And they weren't normal nightmares where you're in control of your dreams and you could fight it off. No, these are a whole new breed, and it was scary. It was terrifying, dealing with my demons, and wow, I lost track. If I can remember what I was talking about, I'll get back to it. Sorry. I had to pause for a minute because there's people walking around and stuff, and I don't know, looking at me weird. But, yeah, because I'm sitting outside, by the way, so if you hear, cars going by and stuff like that. But also, it's been stressful dealing with the work, and then my personal life, and then my family. My mother got sick. My father was getting sick, and my brother is now sick too. And then I'm trying to be the strong one, and for years I wasn't the strong one. Or maybe I was, and I just didn't realize I was. But, I felt with all that going on, I would be an emotional wreck coming on here. Oh, now I remember what I was talking about. My writer's block. My writer's block had me messed up for a good part of the year. I was writing, but it'd pretty much be about the same subject over and over. And when I tried to write about something else, I'd get only a few lines out, and that's it. And I was stuck. It's terrible when I go through that. And I try everything. I go through writing exercises. I try to clear my mind, not think about what's got me stuck, everything. And it doesn't work. But and that's the other reason I couldn't come on here either. Because if I wasn't writing anything, then how was I gonna post new poems and post new stories and all that? Which, by the way, there will be new poems and new stories coming up. And then I'm gonna do another update show tonight too, where I'm gonna explain the new shows and the new things I want to do with with my podcasting. And I just want you guys to please, if you're listening from YouTube, just subscribe to me, listen, and just wait for the next thing coming up. And if you're listening to me on here, follow me, and I hope you guys enjoy it. And speaking of YouTube, that was another thing that kind of got me messed up when the whole ad-apocalypse thing happened. Because I am a severely small channel on YouTube. I have followers, which I appreciate them, but the ad-apocalypse thing, and then now the recent rules, they're going to make it harder and harder for smaller people to improve and grow on YouTube. I guess if you're not being an ass, or doing stupid shit, or having kids do stupid shit, you can't make money on YouTube. So I created a Patreon, and if I remember, I might put that information in my next podcast, in my next one, on the updates on how to get to it. And there's different tiers on that, and I'll explain the tiers and all that while I'm in there, while I'm doing the next one. But I want to also, I've been, besides coming up with new show ideas and stuff like that, I am also coming up with a show, like a TV or internet show, I might just post it through Patreon because I want it to be, it's going to be a drama and erotica show. So I am starting to write and work on that now. And also I am somewhat working on my own book for poetry. And I'm working on it. The book that's going to go with the show. And then it's crazy because I'm going back towards the whole, how I felt while I was pregnant and stuff like that. Let's talk about that for a little bit. How I felt while I was pregnant. Because at first, when I was pregnant, I felt confused. Like, I didn't know honestly how to feel. And that's how I told people. Like, I didn't know how to feel. Because a part of me wanted to be happy, but a part of me was shocked and sad. It was like, damn, it happened again. You got pregnant in the sense without being with that person. Granted, I was with my daughter's father, but we broke up because he was crazy as shit and was doing crazy shit, to be honest with you. He had to leave town. And now, with my son's father, he's supposed to be my best friend, and I feel like I can't even talk to him no more. Not unless it's about our son. Because I feel, I don't know. It feels like things are completely different now. And I don't think I'll ever get like how we were towards friendship back. Because there's a level of trust I just don't have with him anymore. And it kind of hurts. It's the first time I've actually said this out loud. But, and also, there's been, to be honest with you, it's been a lot of people who I was dealing with last year, or in the last years, and I've been cutting them out of my life, for one reason or another. Whether they're just on they're in different levels than I am in my life, and I want to keep going and moving, and they're content where they're at. They're happy. Or there's people who, honestly, they were no good for me. They were never no good. All they wanted to do was be selfish and self-centered, and it's people I just can't deal with anymore. Because I can't have that around my children. I can't have someone who's willing to bring me down to levels just to make their ego great. It can't happen. And there's people who, honestly, we fell apart one way or another. We may not talk like we used to. And for that, it sucks. It really does, but I guess it's part of growing up. You grow up and you grow apart from people. And what else has been going on? Sorry, I had to get a drink. Because this is the longest I have done talking and podcasting for a while. So this is going to be like one of those type of shows. But also, I felt another thing how I was feeling while I was pregnant was I felt disappointment. Not only with myself, not only with my son's father, and stuff like that, because of our issues that was going on at the time, and he just wanted to quick fix the problem, and he didn't want to listen to what I had to say. Maybe that's why I feel like I can't trust him like I used to, because the same person who I thought I knew changed just because of me telling him I was pregnant. And I feel like, in a sense, I lost my best friend just because we were also friends with benefits. And after that, I've decided to kind of stay away from men for some time. But they are not staying away from me. That's for damn sure. I have exes and old flings and new people trying to be flings, and it's ridiculous because, for one, the exes that are trying to come back are trying to get super friendly and shit. It's ridiculous. No, I don't want anything to do with any exes. No, I'm not backstepping, I'm not backtracking, none of that. Not anymore. And I also feel like with the old flings, what we had then, that's what we had then. I don't want to go back. I don't want to have a past trip. I don't want to see you in a new light. I don't. Because one reason or another, we're not together now. Or we're not doing our thing now. And more than likely it's because you betrayed my trust. That's another thing. A lot of people who betrayed my trust, I've been keeping them at a distance. Whether they understand, or they realize I am, or they have no clue. And they may be listening to this tonight, and they'll figure out, yes, I have been keeping you at a distance because I don't want to be hurt anymore. And I know it's not a good way to live, and I shouldn't be showing that to my kids, like, keeping my guard up. But that's the only way I can live right now, because I refuse to let someone come in and ruin my life and act like they care just so they can get what they want and then move on. I don't have the time. I don't have the patience for it. And I've been doing a lot of soul searching too. And with that, with my soul searching, I've come to realize I did a lot of stupid shit when I was younger. 20-year-old me versus the 30-year-old me. I did a lot of stupid shit when I was 20. Whether listening to people I shouldn't have been listening to, living with people I damn sure shouldn't have been living with, dating people I shouldn't have been dating, befriending people I shouldn't have befriended. It was a lot of stupid shit. And I'm happy I've learned. I'm at a point I'm happy I dealt with that, went through it, so I learned, and now I know what I will and what I will not take from people. And in the months that year also, I felt like I lost my way to talk to you guys because of dealing with the stress of dealing with being pregnant and stress from work, stress from home. I felt like I couldn't come on here and bare my soul as I do so many nights before. I felt like I couldn't tell an erotic story because I didn't feel that way. I felt like I couldn't tell a happy poem because I wasn't happy a lot. The happiest moment of last year was me having my son. And he made me realize a lot. He made me realize that I gotta stop letting people affect me in ways that they shouldn't have that way. They shouldn't have that power over me to affect me. And I need to remember that I want my kids to grow up and learn from my mistakes. I don't want them to be doing the same stupid shit I was doing when I was in my 20s, when they're in their 20s. So, with that, I will be posting another update on tonight, talking about what's going to be coming up and stuff like that. And I will be back on here soon. You will be hearing more. There'll be more beats. There'll be more poetry, more stories, more erotic stories, and more of me free thinking and talking about what's going on with me. Maybe that's one of the things I'll do on here. And then I also want to do one talking about 20-year-old me versus 30-year-old me. And that's going to be interesting. What I did in my 20s versus what I won't do or will do in my 30s. And with that, I hope you guys enjoy. And I'm sorry, it was sporadic. It was all over the place, but that's honestly how I've been feeling. And if it wasn't for a friend tonight who told me I need to go to my place that makes me happy, and this coming on here and talking to you guys, it makes me happy. I can release so much. It means the world to me to be on here tonight. It's like it was God telling me, you need to get on here. So, I hope you listen and enjoy. Thank you. And maybe this can help you. And if you're listening from YouTube, if you have any questions, write them in the comments below, and I'll respond to them in the next show. Like I said, I will post, or I'll try to put my information in my update ones about Patreon and how to reach me, because I had to change my email to, not for bad reasons, it's just I honestly forgot the password for my other email that I was trying to have for you guys to send me emails. But with that said, good night, sweet dreams.